Ladies and gentlemen, once again we are back. I haven't been uploading videos for some time, and that's mainly because I have been swamped into projects that came to me unexpectedly. And as a consequence, that now leaves me with a lot of fun side projects in my backlog. And so I decided that the best way for me to gain some traction and progress on those side projects while also providing value to you guys is to build them in public. So this video will be about the MicroSaaS projects that we are going to be building together, more or less. But I'll be doing most of the building. But before we go any further, and there I just lost my internet as well. Before we go any further, I want you to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't done that already. So please subscribe, hit that button, hit the notifications button if you want to know instantly when I upload new videos in this series. So have you done that? All right, let's go. So we are going to be building MicroSaaS projects using only a suite of no-code tools. Now you might ask, what is a MicroSaaS? Well, SaaS is just software as a service, and it's a business model. And I assume that most of you, if not all of you, know what that business model entails at least on a general level. But let's define what a MicroSaaS is. So a MicroSaaS is a software as a service business owned and operated by a small team, maybe even one person. And commonly, they are location independent, pretty high margin, relatively low risk with predictable recurring revenue. Now, predictable here might not be always the case. Low risk might not always be the case, but the operating where there is operated by a small team or even one person. So it's a very, very small software or service. So what we are going to be building here is several different small projects, and mostly for fun. But they all follow a similar structure, and we are going to be needing similar building blocks for each project. And first of all, we're going to be needing a landing page. We're going to build a page where we try to communicate the value that this product or service will give to the people we're trying to help. And for that, we need a landing page. And then, of course, we need the actual product to be consumed. It can be curated information, access to a database. It can be a small software product. It can be an information-based product. It's pretty broad here, right? And all of these projects that I'm going to talk about might not adhere strictly to the MicroSaaS definition, because in some cases it might be a software, and in other cases it might be access to curated information, such as a database, for example. But we're going to be needing that product in every case. And then, very importantly, we're going to be needing some sort of payment processing, an easy way for the people we're trying to help to have a seamless and professional experience when they're trying to transact with us, right? So this is a very important part. And then we need a way to follow up and communicate with all the people that are interested or has purchased our product. And for the landing page part, we are going to be using my two favorite landing page builders. And my absolute favorite, hands down, is the Unicorn platform. And the Unicorn platform is it's so incredibly good, and I've tried a lot of them. They curate a library of sections and layouts that you need for a good platform, and it's very easy to just modularly to take their building blocks and just in a matter of 10 minutes you can put together a very, very solid landing page for your business or product. It's lean, it's mean, it's easy to use. They have a very fair pricing plan, and I highly recommend to check them out. So here is their landing page, which of course also is built on the Unicorn platform. And here you can see a lot of examples if you go here. So we're going to be using the Unicorn platform for most of these projects. Highly recommend that one. The second one is, of course, Webflow, which is the highly popular and highly rising CMS and landing page builder. And Webflow is amazing as well. Slightly higher learning curve for Webflow, but they also allow for more advanced stuff to be done. So when we're going to be using, for example, a lot of data on our pages, or when we're having bigger projects, or maybe even an entire company, then Webflow might be better. But it all depends on the context, right? So for simplicity and speed of use, I recommend Unicorn Platform. If you want to be able to do all the things and have full customizability, then probably Webflow. We're going to be leaning on Unicorn Platform for most of these builds, but some of them will be Webflow as well. Moving on to the product then, we are going to be using all the NoCode superstars. Bubble.io, my favorite. Airtable for information-based products with databases and so on. Then we're going to be using the glue of the internet, which is Integromat and Zapier. And we'll probably be using some APIs for some data as well. And we're also going to be using Simplescraper for scraping some stuff from the interwebs. And Simplescraper, incredibly good product. So you can extract data from any website, and you set up the extraction visually like this. I've shown that in some of my other tutorials. And then you can actually create an API from that data if you want as well. So you can call your own data very easily, which is really powerful. So we're going to be using that as well. And of course, Bubble, Airtable, really cool. It's Google Sheets with Google Sheets on crack, basically. Really good for data in the general sense. And then on the payment part, we're going to be using the king of payment processing, Stripe, as base. But we want it to be easy for us to build, and I don't want to code necessarily and call the API endpoints of Stripe. So for that, there is an amazingly cool product that is called servicebot.io. And Servicebot is a self-service subscription with Stripe. So it's basically a layer on top of Stripe's API. And we don't have to build our customer portal. We don't have to build the billing part of our product. It's already done. So it's a plug and play subscription management and billing for NoCode tools based on Stripe. It's really amazing, and I'm really excited to use this in our projects as well. So check that out also, and bookmark servicebot.io. And in some cases, we might also use Gumroad, which of course is a very, very simple storefront setup and a very fast way to get paid. So in terms of speed, this is the speedier one. In terms of professional experience and customizability, then Servicebot will be our choice. So it depends on the context again, and we'll use Servicebot mostly, but sometimes we might use Gumroad as well. On the follow-up part, we're going to be using ConvertKit. They have landing pages as well and form inputs, and it's basically an email campaign platform. Now on to the projects. So I have a lot of ideas, and that's actually one of the great things about NoCode, but also one of the downside, or actually the downside of NoCode. Because when you realize that you actually have the skill set now, especially with Bubble and Integromat and the combination of a NoCode stack, you have the ability to build out almost any product you can think of in a matter of days or weeks, or in some cases even hours. And that means that if you're creative and you have a lot of ideas, you are stretched in so many different directions. So you really have to be focused and just commit if you're going to be building something bigger and building something that you might want to take make a big company with. But when you're just doing side projects like this for fun and smaller projects, then it's actually amazing, because now it means that all the project ideas that I have can actually be tested in some capacity. So number one, we will build a video interview tool. Now the short story here is that previously I ran an executive search agency for some 3 years in Stockholm, Sweden. And this is actually how I came into contact with NoCode the first time, because we realized we needed a customized applicant tracking system for our specific operations processes, and we needed a video interview screening and interview booking capacity, etc. And after a lot of Googling, we came into contact with an agency that actually built using Bubble. But that turned out actually to be a horrible experience. So in that process, I actually learned Bubble myself. And that's my entrance into NoCode. And I still do some executive search projects. And for that purpose, or to that purpose, I've built a video interview tool for myself. So I want to repurpose that as a very, very simple tool for companies to just send out video interview screening to good candidates. Another one is a tweet scheduler. And if you've seen any other of my tutorials, you can see that I have a tutorial on how to schedule your tweets so they go out automatically. And in that video, I used Integromat and Airtable. But for this project, we'll use Bubble and the Twitter API and make it a little bit more user-friendly, and maybe charge a couple of dollars per month to let people schedule their tweets in an easy way. So that's one. Premium Bubble templates. Yes, I've been building a lot on Bubble, and I've been building a lot of templates, dashboards, etc. that are basically out-of-the-box structures for SaaS projects. And most of them are not on the Bubble marketplace because I don't really like the Bubble marketplace. So I want to bundle my premium Bubble templates and sell full commercial access to all of my Bubble templates for a one-time lifetime fee. So that's a project I want to pursue, and I think more premium Bubble templates need to be out there so people can start building from a solid ground. So I've already started with that landing page. This is actually made in Webflow. So I'll bundle all the Bubble templates I made and sell them for a one-time fee. And probably will launch this on Product Hunt also. I think this will be a fun project to see how that goes and if people are interested in that sort of bundling. And then a very interesting one as well, a B2B SaaS sales talent platform. Very long name, but basically in my headhunting experience, a lot of SaaS companies struggle with finding sales talent because it's difficult to know if a person can perform in your specific industry, niche, size, etc. So I just thought, why not make a profile as a SaaS sales professional with your metrics, right? Your average deal size, your sales quota attainments, your stats, the preferred softwares you use, etc. Just a little bit about yourself for that specific niche. So I made that here. This is with Bubble, and it's an example of how a profile like that would work. And I sent out mails to somewhere around 500 people on LinkedIn just to get some feedback. And I got a lot of good feedback, but I haven't had the time to explore this further. But my thinking is that, let's say we have 500 sales professionals on this platform with their profiles here. Then we can approach companies and let them view the profiles anonymized, and when they want to connect, maybe they pay some sort of fee or something like that. I haven't thought through the pricing point of this, at least, but it's a product I think might work for a certain niche like B2B SaaS sales, for example. And another project is a productized service course. So this one is a little bit different because it's not strictly a SaaS business, it's more information product. So as I said, I ran an executive search agency for 3 years, and we digitized everything. So we never even met candidates. We had video interviews and everything very streamlined, and it worked for all different type of roles and industries and seniority, etc. And we realized that a lot of companies, especially smaller companies without huge funding, have a lot of trouble when it comes to hiring, which of course is a key activity for growth. So we could of course help those companies, but it's the ultimate way is for a company to integrate that knowledge themselves and have those processes in their company. So I've tried to productize myself and my knowledge, and I made a video course that's basically a hiring blueprint. So how you can use headhunting processes and digital processes to headhunt. So it covers everything from how to think about approaching talent from the bottom up. So that's a project I also wanna do and spend some more time on, because I think it's very much needed in the marketplace. The big question there is probably distribution, and I don't know what's the smartest way to distribute that. And I'm not sure exactly on the pricing yet. So if you have any ideas, just let me know. And also, another interesting project that I think is very exciting as well is a financial data database. Now, I'm Swedish, and I'm lucky in that regard, in many ways actually, but one thing that Sweden does is they make all data publicly available. So all the financial data of all the corporations in the country is publicly available if you know where to look. So I have scraped all the corporations in Sweden from a certain size, and I've curated the data, and I've started to make a database here where you can set up your investment criteria. Let's say you want to buy a company, for example, a private company. You can set up your investment criteria, and you can find that company, and you can extract a financial modeling already done. So this was a fun side project, but I haven't really taken the next step in this project. Now, the downside here is that this is only regarding Sweden, which of course is a small market. We're only 10 million people, but I think it might be some companies and maybe even individuals that are willing to pay for this, and otherwise I might just release it as some sort of standalone free to use thing. I'm not sure. My scarce resource is time, so that steers what I'll be able to do. But that's also one. Then I'm thinking about maybe doing super vertical job boards, because a job board is so easy to create with Bubble, and I already have a job board, so you can just copy paste that job board, make it for another vertical, tweak it according to that vertical needs, etc. It's really easy. So if you have any ideas that you want to try together with me and see me build on vertical job boards, maybe even geographically limited to a certain area, let me know, because I think there might be some fun stuff to do here as well. And I have some domains which we'll be using effortless recruiting for the productized version of myself with recruiting stuff. Schedule your tweet, the tweet scheduling thing. Hey recruiters, I'm thinking that will be the interview tool. The SaaS metrics, I'm not sure. It might be this one, the sales automation. No, sorry, the B2B sales candidate platform. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's what we're working with basically for these kind of series. And I haven't decided yet which one to start with, but I think I might start with the video interview tool, because that's such a clear case in my eyes for some companies to use. But if you want me to start with any other project or have any other ideas, please let me know down in the comments. I'm all ears to your ideas and thoughts. So please subscribe to this channel if you want to follow on this journey of building MicroSaaS projects using no-code tools, and we'll lean heavily on Bubble, as I said. So subscribe, and also sign up on the link avalanlabs.co/academy. As I've said previously, I'm working on a Bubble Fundamentals course, which will give you a very, very nice and solid introduction to Bubble, so you can start building stuff, complex stuff for yourself as well. And probably we'll also create a community version of this YouTube channel where we go more in depth on the stuff we're doing or the stuff I'm doing here. But that's still in the works. But if that sounds interesting to you, also sign up here. So that's it for now. I'm excited to get going with these projects. I'll try to invest a few hours per week into doing this, but I'm really strapped for time right now, so it might take a little while before the next video comes up, but this is the plan. This is what we're going to be building: MicroSaaS projects using no-code tools. And the plan also is to launch some of these on Product Hunt. So the vertical job boards definitely, this one definitely, the bubble templates definitely, this one yes, this one yes. So if you want to be here from start to finish, even if only one of these is successful, or maybe even none of these, but anyway, we'll have a lot of fun in the process. So if you're interested in seeing that, just subscribe and also share this if you think it makes sense. I'll be happy. It makes me more motivated. It makes me put up more time faster. And that's it for now. So please subscribe. Also sign up here. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.